Alright, this is IMAX Nation 1980 here, and this is my record collection, part 5. And hopefully, we can get through this. This is the rhythm and blues section, which is probably the most unorganized section of the collection so far, but you'll have to forgive me. This is an ever-changing record collection, I'm always reorganizing it here and there, but I gotta get through this. Of course, I said I'm not gonna make any more stops. I'm gonna get through this entire record collection. So here we go. Classic R&B. We got Tighten Up by Archie Bell and the Drells, 1968. Twist Party at the Round Table by Carl Holmes and the Commanders, 1962. Dionne Warwick's Golden Hits Part 1, 1967. Here we got 2 disco albums. Change, Sharing Your Love, 1982. And Casey and the Sunshine Band, Part 3, 1976. Here we have a doo-wop early R&B record, only one unfortunately. The Platters, Sweet Sweet Lovin'. Hopefully I can get more doo-wop records to fill up the collection. Now moving on to funk music, we got Average White Band, Person to Person, double live album, 1976. Earth, Wind & Fire, Head to the Sky, 1973. Earth, Wind & Fire, That's the Way of the World, 1975. Parliament, Mothership Connection, 1975. This is a real classic right here. And here we have a 12-inch maxi single by Sheila E., The Glamorous Life, 1984. Moving on to soul music, here we got Aretha Franklin's Young, Gifted, and Black, 1972. Diana Ross and the Supremes, Greatest Hits, 1967, a double album there. The Age of Aquarius by The Fifth Dimension, 1969. The Four Tops' second album, 1965. No sleeve, unfortunately. Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, Greatest Hits, 1970. Peaches and Herb, Greatest Hits, around 68. I'll correct the date if it's wrong. No sleeve. Stevie Wonder, Talking Book, 1972. Stevie Wonder, Inner Visions, 1973. Grammy sticker there, peeled off. And here's a classic right here. Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life, 1976. This is the collector's edition with the bonus EP as Something's Extra. Take it out there so you can see the full cover in detail there. There you have it, a Something's Extra. So that's 76. Here we got Stevie Wonder's Hotter Than July, 1980. And the soundtrack to The Woman in Red, music produced by Stevie Wonder, also featuring Dionne Warwick. Cover in better detail there. And forgive me if I pronounce this band wrong. Tavares, Love Storm, 1977. And finally, The Temptations' Greatest Hits, 1966. Unfortunately, this one does not have a sleeve. Alright, this is the biggest section of my entire collection. This is the rock section, because of course, rock being my favorite, but it's broken up into all these little mini sections, of course, like all my other sections of my collection. This mini section is arena rock. So let's get started. Bryan Adams, You Want It, You Got It. Bryan Adams, Cuts Like a Knife. Bryan Adams, Reckless. Bryan Adams, Into the Fire. Foreigner's self-titled debut album, 1977. $6 for this at local record store. Foreigner's second album, Double Vision, 1978. I've got 4 copies of this one. They're all different. This one's got the shrink, the brightness on the album. It's a little darker than these covers, and it's got the sticker on it and the shrink wrap. And here we got the other covers, as you can see. This one's a German pressing, by the way. Of course, if you want to see records in full detail, you can just request the one you want to see, as always. There's 6 request slots as of now. So, only 4 have been requested. There's 6 more slots. So if you want to see a record, request away. Here we got Foreigner's Head Games, 1979. 4 by Foreigner, 1981. This one's got the shrinks, price tags, and advertisement sticker there for the singles. And we got one that doesn't have it. Foreigner Records, 1982. This is pretty cool. Die cut. Much like Physical Graffiti and Some Girls. Here we got Journey's Infinity, 1978. Some of these arena rock bands like Journey and Styx, they had progressive rock. They started off as progressive rock bands, but then they turned into arena rock groups. And Styx is in this collection too, but You never know, I might put them in progressive rock. Here we got Journey's double live album, Captured, 1981. This was in my recent record collection update. We got Journey, Escape, 1981 as well, featuring some hit singles there. Don't Stop Believin', classic. Journey, Frontiers, 1983. Loverboy, Get Lucky, 1981. Loverboy, Keep It Up, 1983. This one's got the shrink wrap on it and the stickers. Peter Frampton's debut album, Wind of Change, 1972. Peter Frampton, Frampton's Camel, 1973. Frampton Comes Alive, classic album right here, double live. 2 copies of this. REO Speedwagon, You Can Tune a Piano But You Can't Tune a Fish, 1978. 3 copies of REO Speedwagon's High Infidelity. As you can see there, 3 copies of this album. REO Speedwagon, Good Trouble. Styx, Cornerstone. Styx, Paradise Theater. Nice cover, and the vinyl has a little detail on it. I'll show you that very quickly. Get it out first, carefully. There it is. Isn't that beautiful? Moving on with the rock section, blues rock and blue-eyed soul. The Blues Brothers, Briefcase Full of Blues, 1978, classic. Boz Scaggs, self-titled album, 1969. This is the original version with the gatefold sleeve and the original mixes. Boz Scaggs, Silk Degrees, 1976. It's another classic right here. This one's sealed. This one, on the other hand, is not, and it's not all that in great condition. It's the first copy I ever got of it, so I might as well just toss it. And in 1978, they re-released Boz Scaggs, but they remixed it. And it's not a gatefold sleeve anymore. Boz Scaggs, Middleman. This one's never been opened, 1980. I think I should just frame it. Canned Heat, live at Topanga Corral. Might just put this in the regular blues section, 1971. Here's a good one right here. Layla and Other Assorted Love Songs, Derek and the Dominoes. This is a classic right here. Double album. The Edgar Winter Group, They Only Come Out at Night. Saw him live with Ringo Starr and his all-star band. He was great. That was last summer. Fleetwood Mac, Bare Trees, 1972. I think I might just put Fleetwood Mac in the pop rock section of the collection, because their early stuff was blues rock, but, you know, I don't know yet. Here we got Fleetwood Mac, self-titled album, 75. Here's a classic right here, Fleetwood Mac, Rumors, one of the best-selling albums of all time, and a real classic. It's got the shrink wrap on it, the price tags. And we got another copy of it. Might just toss this one because it's not in all that great condition. Fleetwood Mac, Tusk, 1979. Band on the Run 87 had requested this to show in full detail, and I'll make a video about that soon. Just got a lot on my plate lately. Unfortunately, someone wrote a big 50 cents thing there. Fleetwood Mac, Tango in the Night, 1987. Huey Lewis and the News, Sports, 1983. Huey Lewis and the... oh, yeah, sorry about that. Second copy of Sports. This was a big album, if this is it. Huey Lewis and the News, 4, 1986. Huey Lewis and the News, Small World. Some detail there of the front cover. The Jay Giles Band, self-titled debut album, 1970. Still sealed. Open though, but you know, it's got the shrink on it. Here we got Jay Giles Band, The Morning After, 1971. And the Jay Giles Band Live, Blow Your Face Out, 1976. Janis Joplin with Full Tilt Boogie, Pearl, 1971. This one's got the shrink on it too. Has Mercedes-Benz on it. Well known. Joe Cocker, Mad Dogs and Englishmen. Music from the original soundtrack, 1970. It's a live album, too. Features The Letter. Here we got Joe Walsh's The Smoker You Drink, The Player You Get, 1972. This features Rocky Mountain Way, classic rock staple there. Oh, actually, it's from 1973. My mistake. Here we got Joe Walsh, But Seriously, Folks. This is from 1978. This contains another classic rock radio staple, Life's Been Good. Joe Walsh, Got Any Gum, 1987. Never been opened, from a cutout bin. As you can see here from the sticker there, an oversized sticker. Live, Johnny Winter and 1971. Johnny Winter, Still Alive and Well, 1972. This one's got the shrink on it. That's how I like the records. Lee Michaels, even though he's a little bit psychedelic, but he's mostly blues, pop, blue-eyed soul. I might just move him to another section. Self-titled album. Lee Michaels, Barrel, 1970. Timepiece, The Rascals' Greatest Hits, 1968. Nice cover. Robin Trower, Long Misty Days. The Rod Stewart album, 1969. It's basically the US version of An Old Raincoat Won't Ever Let You Down. That's the title of it in the UK. Here we got Rod Stewart, Gasoline Alley, 1970. Rod Stewart, Every Picture Tells a Story. I've got 2 copies of this one. Both are different, though. Packaging is different on both. I can show that in full detail if you want me to. Just send me a request via message or via comments on this video. Steve Miller Band, Children of the Future. This is his psychedelic debut album, but Steve Miller has always had a blues sound throughout his career, so he's in this section for now. Nice album cover featuring a younger Boz Scaggs. Here we got The Best of Steve Miller Band, but it just says The Best of Steve Miller, 1968 to 1973. This was a UK compilation from 1977. The Steve Miller Band, The Book of Dreams, 1977. Hit-filled album here. Nice cover. The Steve Miller Band, Greatest Hits, 1974 to 78. This was a big seller, too. The Steve Miller Band, Abracadabra, 1982. 10 Years After, Watt, 1970. Gatefold sleeve there, very nice. Them, just simply titled Them. Although the side of the record says Them, Here Comes the Night. Features that in Gloria, of course. 2 big songs by them. Tom Jones, Green Green Grass of Home. This is actually a mono copy, which is nice. Tom Jones Live at the Talk of the Town. And Tom Jones Live in Las Vegas at the Flamingo.